Do not explode, please. I didn't shake you, I stirred you. Good morning. Hey, Lynette. Hey, Karen. Hey, Shannon. Happy Friday. I have the days confused. I kept thinking it was Thursday, but it's not. It's Friday, so all good things, all good things. um, it's the last day of the month. Tomorrow's March. That's just crazy. I did when I dropped my son off this morning, I seen two things. I seen a snowdrop and I seen tulip heads. So spring's coming. Doesn't mean that we're not in for another winter storm, but spring's coming. Whenever I see tulip heads, it's only a matter of time before spring's here. But spring in Maryland isn't like spring in a lot of places. Like in California, they're having days in the 80s already. Like spring for us is like 50, 60. So it doesn't really get warm and hot until after Memorial Day. And our hot is not technically hot to other people, but the humidity is real. Like it's really humid outside right now and really windy, like super windy. Like I've been sneezing all morning. My kids have like I don't know what the pollen count is, but it's been nonstop. You guys can create a beat to how many people are sneezing in my house, all in different times. The only person that's not sneezing is my husband, which is really weird because Kendall has allergies and he has asthma. So for sure you think, okay, he's gonna be doing it. He's like, bless you, God bless you, God bless nonstop. Everybody else is just sneezing nonstop. And it's because, the wind, the pollen. Yeah, especially because 'cause it's been so cold. Yeah, so, like but the thing is like, it's been for example, yesterday was 62 degrees, and I had anytime I can open up the windows in the house and air out the house, it's something that my grandmother did and something that she taught and whatever. I believe in airing out the house, just I don't know, it just I don't know. Every season I try to air out the house because I think for so long in winter your house is so cold, and I don't know why. I just feel like a house is fresher when there can be fresh air that can go circulating around your house. But even then, I was wearing a sweater because there's like a nip in the air. I can't explain it. Even though it's 62 degrees, there's like you could tell winter is still in the air out here. But like my sister was like, "Yeah, it's like 75 degrees." I'm like, "I secretly hate you right now." I think everyone else can hear me. I'm sorry. We might have to go back out and come back in. Does anyone else have problems hearing me? Okay, thanks. Hey Liz. So, yesterday I had some fun. I was going to film, but then I was told by the person who designed the pattern that I had more time. For whatever the reason may be, I thought the due date was the third, so I was trying to get it done. She was like, "No, dude, you have some more time." So I'm like, "Yes, I'm going to do a fun sew." I made a Pisces. I actually have a modification I'm going to do for another Pisces. I just have to figure out the measurements. It's going to have buckles like everywhere. So, um, but I did, I made it with this linen water resistant. I don't know what Emmeline calls this. Hold on, because she has other colors. This is like my favorite Emmeline product. This is the Moroccan one, and it's the Tureen cross dye. There's something about whenever I order from her, I always get this because they look good for exteriors. I don't know. There's something about this is look really chic to me, and it goes with a lot of things. So I always gravitate to the gray, and I'm so glad I did. And it's 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 perfect. So this fabric right here is from Alchemats from, oh my god, I don't even know how many rounds back, like 3 rounds? I wanna say August of last year. So, um, so we have the zipper, we have the decorative pocket, and actually, I didn't use the template that came with the Pisces. I actually used the Gaia. Like, with okay, so with Shannon, most of her bags have very similar dimension width-wise, so sometimes I take one of her pattern pieces from one bag pattern and incorporate it into another. So that is just, like, one of my modification tricks. You can't do this with a lot of designers because some of the designers have, like, far out like, they'll be like one bag is like 12 inches and then the other bag is like 24 inches. But because she stays with a smaller bag style, that sometimes you can take different pattern pieces. So this is from the Gaia, and I was like, score. I wanted a smaller one. Her one that she has, I think the Gaia is like, I want to say 6.5, and the one that she has, and the pattern 7. If I'm not, Shannon, correct me if I'm wrong, from the interior. I just wanted something a little bit more smaller. And I like the way it turned out. So, and then I have like a little knife, super cute. I think my daughter might steal this. She likes Asmith Hotel a lot. I made the fabric the same with this, and this is all gray and black. And I normally don't do all gray and black, but I am really feeling this a lot. I am like a lot. And then I use laserable leather to, it's kind of hard because to get this to focus, to put one of the main characters in the front. So I really liked how it came out. This is not the typical colorways. Like, I'm not just like black. Anyone that sees any of my bags know I'm not a black and gray girl, but I'm kind of feeling this bag a lot. So I got to execute this. And this, the thing is about the Pisces pack is like you can literally cut it and sew it within the same day. Like the same day. so, so I finished it like within 4 hours, I think, from cutting to, I cut out the mount the facing first and then just did the edge cone, then I cut out all the pieces, and while that was done, I started working on everything else, and it came out really nice. Let's see. Doo, doo, doo. Okay, let's see. It's 63 with temps going up to 74 today. I'm jealous of you, Lynette. Yeah, I love the linen look too of fabrics. And so what I like about this is Emmeline bags. What I like about it, it's not that the prices are not bad. It's 18.99, but you get a, not like, you know how normally the yards are like, oh, 18 by 50. No, no, no. You get the whole like 36 by 50 or something. It's like, I think it's more than 36 tall. Like, it's really massive. You can get one or two projects out of them, and it just looks really chic. And I never actually did it where it was both the exterior and the interior, and I really liked how it turned out. Like, I this is not what I usually do. I try to do things that are outside of my comfort box because this is the only way I'm gonna learn. If we just stay within our comfort, then how do we expand and we grow? So I was like, I'm gonna do something that's like monochromatic for me, that is just 2 colors, and go against what I usually like. Everybody knows I'm an antique brass girl or antique nickel, and then rainbow. I very rarely use rose gold and black. So I was like, let me go for black, and it was fun. I really like the way this bag came out, and I think whoever goes home with it, they're gonna like it because it's like low. It looks like a low key everyday bag, but as someone that knows this fandom is gonna freak out that this is the wallpaper in this television series, and that they're gonna like that this whole bag is water resistant canvas. So it's cool. And then before I put this on, before I sewed this on, I Scotch guard the cotton and let that dry. It only takes like less. I used to give it 2 hours, but the can says 45 minutes. So this whole bag is water resistant canvas. So like water resistant. So I'm here for that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just, my hair is the hair. Yeah. Okay, so never so I think Shannon's, Pisces template is, the facing is a l s like, either a half an inch bigger than the Gaia's or 1 inch. I'm not too sure, but I know that it's a little bit bigger where the zipper teeth are, and it's a little bit wider on the sides, and I like the round, so sometimes when I do like, when I make a Tuesday tote, I'll grab something from one of her other patterns, and I'll mix and match. So that's one way you can learn how to modify. I'm pretty sure if you have one of Shannon's patterns, you have multiple, so you can have fun and discover new ways of modification. If you've been trying to figure out how you can make a bag slightly different, but you're afraid to go out of your comfort zone, next time you make a Shannon pattern, grab like one of her other pattern pieces. All of her bags are like, I've grabbed things from the Tuesday tote and I put it in other things. And the reason why it looks cohesive is because it's all from the same designer. And it's pretty cool how it comes out. I think that I another person I do this to is with Alexis. Alexis pockets have the tendency to be the same size, so she has a couple different ways to make card slots or, she has this very interesting way to make a slip pocket zipper, and I'll throw it into different bags because her dimensions are very similar when it comes to bags. So it's that's how a lot of people probably start doing it, and no one really talks about it, but Shannon is a very good jumping off soundboard for that because she has so very detailed directions on each thing. And then, like I said, this is from the Gaia, and I thought it was really cool because that's one of my favorite bags to make, and it came out cool. So, like, just you can mix and match and try different things from other bags, especially if they're within the same dimensions of being a finished product. Then you're like, okay, you're good to go. So, and you could just try new things. It makes your bag a little bit more different and it stands out a little bit more. So just, try it. I think you'll like it. Thank you, Shannon. See, Sandra, you're not late. You're coming just in time. Yeah, you have standard measurements. See, that's good. There you go. There you go. You have it from the designer herself. She uses standard measurements, and that's cool because all of her zipper facings are not the same looking. That's why I grab different things from her because then you could just mix and match, and then you create your own version of a Pisces or your own version of an Aries or so on and so forth. Like, you can have a lot of fun. And I think she kinda conveyed that with the Pisces. She came out with so many ways you can make a Pisces, and she said in her, like, her brain chart, I don't know what it's called again, I forgot. So, but she said that she couldn't even put all of the, like, different ways you can modify the bag within these pattern pieces. So, this is just another way you can do it, like grab things from other things. So can you imagine a chart that like, hey, you can grab this from the Gaia and put this in this or whatever. You can do the like her bags have different things and you can just try it out. Like if you've been wanting to put like, a zipper pocket on the back of something, you can try using a zipper facing from another one and have some fun. You could like a cool one would be like on a Tuesday tote that doesn't have the pocket in the back, like taking this, have it vertical, and then have a pocket that goes inside the bag, like up and down, so that way you can put your phone and it could be on the back of the bag and you can always fill the phone. So there's little things that you could do to make things your bag personal, and it'll be cool ways to sell it because if someone else sees the bag and like, oh, I see this bag a lot, but when you show your bag, now it's a little bit different than everybody else's. So just little things. Okay. Just gonna put you on a little bit of a timeout right there. So, I do. I love the rounded zipper. I feel okay. So, believe it or not, the rounded zipper ones are easier for me to cut out than the straight ones. And even though you can use a ruler for the straight ones, there's something I can cut. I can cut a round circle so easily. But whenever I'm trying to do a straight one, I always notoriously mess it up. And I would have to say, people in people in my Patreon team could tell you that I'm the longest person to cut out any pattern, and I'm notorious for messing things up. So that I may sew fast, but cutting out a bag, I take forever, like absolutely forever. And that's one of the reasons why I do when people like, oh, would you get a template? And I'm like, I would, but I have this thing, like I have to sell like three or more of the bag for me to justify a templates. I have to have like a lot of inquiries about it or whatever. But if it's a paper pattern, I'm tracing it out on the back. I'm cutting it exactly on the line that I traced because the line that you trace created a 1/8 of an inch, making it bigger. So it's a it's a process. I'm a slow cutter. So I really do like this. I had so much fun making this, and then I was, it just comes together really nice. And I think it's just an elegant look. It just doesn't look like other things on it. When on my Instagram, I get a lot of messages asking me about this, like do you mind sharing who the pattern maker is, and did you do anything different? And I think a lot of people, because I make modifications, assume that when I do a tester, I make modifications, and that's not the case. I always stick to what the designer wants for the tester because that's respectable. I'm testing the pattern to make sure there's nothing wrong with it. But after that, after the testing period's done and the pattern's out, that's when I go like ham and I do things my way. So, but um, but yeah, I get a lot of people messaging me on Instagram about this pattern, or like they'll see pictures when the pattern came out and they'll be like, can like they'll see fabric, like I've showed people in fabric groups and they'll be like, what pattern is this? And you're like, oh, it's the Pisces pack. And then you have to explain and then, go for it. But this is a very unique pattern. There are patterns that have flaps, but just not as detailed as this. So I say go for it, have fun. But yeah, I'm really into the terrain from Emmeline is Chef's Kiss, man. I hope she comes out with more colors in it. And it has a really full body. Now, the only thing I don't like about it, Bouncy Firm cannot stick to it. I don't know what it is. I think it's the plastic or the PVC or whatever. Certain stabilizers do not stick to it. That is the that you kind of have to like do something special like rubber cement or something along that line to get things to stick to it. That is, I want to give you that disclaimer before you throw things in your cart. Oh, you got airy templates? Nice. Yes. The area templates are, like, really nice, and they're super helpful. And, like, I feel like I did better with the concave because like, that's my favorite part. But I love the fact that when we're able to put on the rotary blade, it's just, like, smooth, and it's absolutely perfect. Good 60 miles away. We have high winds here too today. Yeah, above 30, so there's no complaint. So, yesterday, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, yesterday I got some fabrics in the mail from Sam's Creation, and I wanted to show you a few of them. I'm really into water-resistant canvas right now. I go through motions. I like the way water-resistant canvas looks out for exteriors. I don't know why, but I'm really into it. Like, I don't know, because I don't get me wrong, I love vinyl, but I think there's more flexibility with water-resistant canvas, and I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just really into water-resistant canvas right now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the Pisces stuff, you're gonna totally freak out. I don't have a favorite. They're all my favorite, and there's so many I want to do. So this one drew my eye because tomorrow's March 1st, right? So that means you have to start prepping for May the 4th. And look, it's chewy. And the roses. I was like, this is really big. So I like the fact that you could probably get like center of the bag fussy cut. Oh, and do like maybe do an applique over it. But I love the flowers. I love the flowers. And I'm not really an animal person, but I do get a lot of requests for stuff that's animal. This one's pretty though. I actually wish it was all this flower. I'm not really a flower person either, so but it's very intense. Like I feel like it's really looking at you, like looking at this and looking at you. I'm like, it looks like if you move anywhere, it's gonna follow you. I don't know. It's very intense eyes. Like whoever drew this, the eyes are very captivating. So I'm like, yeah. So with that, she there's matching vinyl. So I like the fact that you can match the vinyl and have like the inside matching. I'm into matching right now. It's a phase. I go through it every now and again. So I kind of like that a little bit. And this is the soft one, but not the gummy one. Okay, hear me out. There are some that are smooth and they're gummy. When they're gummy, I hate sewing on them. I absolutely hate sewing on them because they're harder to turn. They're easy to see stitches, and the I don't know. I have not mastered gummy fabric yet, and there's a lot. Usually, when they're very unique color, they're and smooth, they're have a tendency to be gummy. So these are really soft, but I like that one. And then there was this May the 4th one. Hold on. I thought that was cool. I like these flowers too. I know there's a lot of flowers from a different fabric groups that have it. So when they have different ones where I like it. Like I'm always a fan of just I like flowers and Star Wars. I don't know. It just feels natural because the first time I seen flowers on Star Wars were actually at Joann's. I made myself a camp style shirt from one like in 2010. God, I still have that shirt. And that was the first time I seen it. And then Joanne stopped carrying it. And then that's how I think I started finding custom groups in like 2020 because like Joann's has a tendency of carrying stuff and then they didn't have it. And then that's how I started finding all these other companies that carry Star Wars stuff. So it was pretty awesome. But yeah, I would like this in cotton so I could make a shirt out of it. I think this would be a perfect shirt. Like very like not like even like rayon, like so it could be breezy. Oh god, that would be so pretty. I know. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So I put the link to Sam's Creations in there. Like I think all of your guys' feedback because I had a hard time shopping on there too, because and I don't know if it's my ADHD. Things have to be super organized, and if they're not, when I'm shopping, it just makes me want to not shop because I get frustrated. It looks like when I went on there recently, it looks like she's done. She has some improvement. She still has room for improvement though. Um, but yeah, she has some cool stuff. I do like again, I'm into the matchy fabric with the matching lining. I have no idea why I'm like that. It just happened in January. I don't know. I don't know. It's in Sam's Creation. The description, it's the link is in my description box. There's no affiliate. I wanted to put in there because whenever I do the copy and paste that link, it has like it's not like a small character. So I'm just like, okay, let me just put it in my description box and call it a day. So yeah, today I have Patreon. We're gonna be finishing up the Duchess. And this part, the lining's really interesting. That we have 3 sections left, and to me they're easier than the first set of 3, but they're interesting steps. Like I gotta tell you, like Maggie 55 is gonna put you on a journey of self-discovery, and no matter if you think you're a beginner or advanced, you're gonna learn something by her patterns. And I feel like I've been studying for like the SATs or something or midterms or something because I studied the first 3 chapters like so hard like the week before. And I this week I just been like delving into the last 3 sections, and I'm like ready and I'm excited and I'm also super nervous because this whole experience, it's been a long time where I feel like I'm nervous and excited. Like I straight up got butterflies because of her. It's like, because you're not I'm nervous because I don't want to mess up anyone else's bag, but at the same time, like it's like rekindling your love of bag making because this person is teaching you some stuff that you don't even think that you didn't need, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Holy, I don't know." There's already some techniques I already know I'm going to use in other bags. I don't. It's very cool. Like if you have the Duchess, I really implore you to read it like thoroughly, and then you'll see. Like the zipper section alone, though, you will have a heart attack because anybody that's on my Patreon can tell you in the zipper section, I was like, like it goes against everything we're taught in bag making. I was so nervous, like, and it was the zipper part, man. I'm still like, okay, everything better work out because yeah. So, we're gonna that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish up the lining and then it's the final construction. And I'm gonna put out a post later on today so we can figure out what kind of bag we're gonna make for the month of March. And I'm excited. They always pick out something that I never can bet money on. So that it's a voting system. So I'm excited to see what they pick out. And then we go for modifications. No, it's in Patreon. So in Patreon, in my Patreon group, I kind of do sew-alongs and also modifications and level up classes. And so for the month of February, everybody wanted to do the Duchess. The interesting part about it is it would have been we already would have been done with the Duchess. We had to push dates back because there were certain materials in the Duchess that you readily couldn't get. So I was allowing people more time to get them, and some of us still don't have it, and we're coming up with our own kind of modification of stabilizers to create the to it. Yeah. No, yeah, it was yeah, no, it's just like that's what we're doing tonight. So today at 12, we're gonna be doing the Duchess. But don't worry, on the YouTube channel, I have Aura Rosa has a s if you're following her in a group, she has a slew full of patterns that are coming out, and I will have videos for that. There's a new designer that asked me to, come out with the video that in the month of March, you're gonna be getting a boatload of videos. Oh, yeah, no, I the sometimes the keyboards don't wanna work for us. So, I am going to hop off and start cutting up my bags for tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's Sleep In Saturday, so I will see you on Sunday. I hope everyone has a really great weekend, and if you need me, you know how you can reach out to me.